comprehensive plan for the city of Harvey.
Excuse me, I have a public comment, Mr. Mayor, and I did try to sign in. I was told there's no public comment sign-in.
We are.
But there is, it is on the agenda.
We will, you know what? Go ahead and approach the public comment, please.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Ryan. I'm with the Harvey Historical Society. I'm also a resident. I just wanted to mention about the comprehensive plan. I think it's great to get a comprehensive plan. But as far as I know, we haven't had a meeting about that since last fall, I believe. I was supposed to be on the steering committee, but I was removed, I suppose, because I asked too many questions. But yeah, this is like a serious blueprint for the city for what usually about 10 years they last. I was just talking to the gentleman in South Holland about their comprehensive plan, and they would go and have meetings with the ministers, meetings with all the businesses, meetings in the different parts of the town. So, I mean, I would say before we can vote on that, you know, it's not appropriate at all to take any vote until we actually talk about the plan. And not only talk about it in different parts of the city over many, many meetings, but also take the feedback gathered and change the plan according to that feedback. So I just wanted to make a comment about that. That is how, you know, a comprehensive plan should be done with people's participation, so it's not, you know, top down. Otherwise, I mean, we might as well just call it Chris Clark's plan for Harvey. But if it's supposed to be everybody's plan, we need everybody to participate. Thank you.
Would you like to address the issue as far as public participation and how you went about gathering public participation?
Sure. Thank you to the mayor and council for having us here tonight. My name is Josh Cooks. I'm with House Levine. We are the urban planning firm that was tasked to assist the city and CMAC with this process. And we did have a pretty wide-ranging program of public engagement. We started with a community kickoff here in this room that was well attended. We also did a community visioning workshop in this room. We had outreach at senior bingo events where we had a full room here and got to talk to a lot of people about what they saw as the future of Harvey. We did a program of key stakeholder interviews and focus groups where we talked to different business owners. And we've had a good collaboration with CMAP and with staff throughout the process, and also a steering committee that was able to provide guidance along the way to make sure that this is a plan that's really specific to Harvey.
So, how is House Levine being paid?
We are paid through CMAP.
Okay. And in order for you to be paid by CMAP, are there certain requirements that you must follow in order to basically receive your check and make sure that you're doing your due diligence as far as the comprehensive plan is concerned?
Yeah, we have to follow our scope of work that's agreed at the outset and do all the meetings and perform all the work satisfactorily to CMAP's satisfaction.
And part of that is, of course, to making sure that the public is engaged.
Absolutely.
And if I'm correct, it starts on page 2 of your comprehensive plan when you start talking about public engagement. Is that correct?
Yes, we have a summary of public engagement included in the plan, and we also did outreach summaries for everything that we did along the way.
And part of that was also to allow the public, for those who were not able to attend the several meetings. I don't know if it was 3 or 4. Was it 3? Do you remember? There's one in March, one in November, another in November, but I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting. 3? Okay. But outside of those meetings, the public was still allowed to participate online as well. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Some. And some of the people who, there are people in the audience who actually participated in some of those meetings that we had. So it's odd to say that maybe there wasn't enough public engagement. Nevertheless, are there any questions or concerns by the young persons?
Yes.
Chair recognizes the second word.
It was just spoke about addressing the community at large and the various ways in which that perspective was addressed. But I guess my further question, as we continue to move the comprehensive plan along, how will the city address potential opposition or concerns from residents who may be weary of rapid change? And how will the community buy in to secure the implementation phase? How will the buy-in be for them to feel secure as the comprehensive plan is being implemented?
Well, that question is outside the scope of what we're here for today. But I will say this much. The city of Harvey has not had a comprehensive plan since 1968. So this was something that was a long time coming. It is something that many of our neighbors have done, and some have done several times over the decades. So we are trying. Change is not always easy. That's not a unique statement for me. There's been many people, Barack Obama is one I recall, saying change is not always easy. However, we try to do as much as we can to work with our constituents, try to make sure they're informed. And we will continue to do so as we move forward. Yes.
This is in regards to this transit. How will the proposed improvements to transit positively impact job access and local commerce in Harvey, particularly for the working class?
How the transit?
The proposed investments to transit, for instance, the project that's coming to the Pace, CTA, Metro station, how is that going to positively impact job access? We have about a 30% employment rate in Harvey. So knowing that these new proposed investments are coming in what ways are we looking to see these major entities being benefactors to employment opportunities or contractual opportunities? I've even seen in a recent publication where it was talking about entrepreneurship and supporting entrepreneurs here in Harvey. We're just trying to see, based on the comprehensive plan at hand, how does the transit piece positively impact job access and local commerce in Harvey?
To me, it would seem, but I appreciate the question, it would seem it wouldn't take so hard for people to understand that if you don't have transportation to get to work, and now you have transportation to get to work. If you don't have transportation to get to a job, and now you have transportation to get to a job, that's a positive thing. And so investments in transportation, we've been doing this since we started our TOU plan. Investments in transportation help to create that connectivity that many of our residents may or may not have. So that's how that works.
I guess I'm for the motion to follow the motion.
We're not taking a vote. We're not taking a vote. We're not taking a vote.
This is an open forum discussion, so there's nothing being voted on, so we can't motion.
Please direct the comment home. Before we do anything, we want to make sure we get this straight for everybody here. When we direct comments, and you have so far. I want to make sure. We direct comments to the sheet. Okay? So, please proceed.
Thank you. Knowing, we've increased fees over time as it relates to housing, to support, one, the climate, I would say the index, just annual raises, for most people. And we move, our fees and increase our fines to be able to consume the price index. So knowing that, and, for most, we have spring and summer up ahead, and a lot of people are going to want to do, different property, but maybe deterred because of those increased lines of fees. And my question is, what initiatives are included to promote sweat equity or community-driven renovations where residents can contribute labor in exchange for ownership or significant discount on homes to improve, their overall their property?
Once again, that is outside the scope of this comprehensive plan. It doesn't even address it unless you can point me to a specific page. If I missed it.
The language is spoken about with community collaborative opportunities similarly to like the engagement that was here a couple of weeks ago, where we're bringing folks out who are interested in buying property. This kind of falls when we collaborate that. And it does speak about housing plan, just it speaks about parks and recreation housing. So the community collaborative piece, it didn't speak to something specifically. I had second ward resident call today and say, I would like to replace my entire sidewalk. If I buy all the labor and I buy all the materials, in what ways can I collaborate with the city to get that done? So I'm thinking about that as it relates to this and the collaborative effort that is highlighted in the comprehensive plan around housing and ways in which we're intending to move the city forward with housing, how people, one, developing their own plan, ensuring that the blight that currently exists maybe at their property will cease, in their want to drive change or, highlight their plan, create more public space.
I hear you, but once again, what's before us is an ordinance adopting a comprehensive plan for the city of property, where you are going, which I will say are very good places, because there are things that have to be considered in the future. Okay? But this is the first step to that development. So as we are continuing to have more meetings, as far as, because one of the things that will happen is that the comprehensive plan is not the end of our engagement, from what I understand from CMAP and House and Debate. So we will be having other opportunities to try to address those particular items that we're talking about, and maybe you can actually come up and present viable solutions that can be used to do this. Sure, nice. Sit forward.
First of all, I'd like to say good evening, everybody. And I've spent most of the day reading this extensive comprehensive plan for the city of Harvey. This is not so much a question, but it's more of a statement. And when I had an opportunity to go to chapter 3, page 39, and I read the vision statement, and it reads as follows. The vision statement for the city of Harvey comprehensive plan is a broad, aspirational statement that is described by the desire for future states of this community with a focus on the land use and development. The vision statement serves as an inspiring and guiding image of what the community aims to become over a long term. The vision statement captures the collective values, aspirations, and identity of the community and sets the direction for a plan that we haven't had. But there's one step further when it said the goals are. And the goals are to represent key areas and focus support on the vision statement and articulate the broad outcome of the community inspired to achieve goals, address critical aspects of the plan, such as land use, transportation, and community facilities. That portion of this vision statement, it really hit home. And after looking at all the photographs and all of the work that had been put in, I see that, and I think we all should be familiar, to set in place some type of guidelines in regards to our city and what the future is for the great city of Harvey. That's pretty much what I want to say.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Oh, yes. And I did have an opportunity to attend one of those meetings. I think it was the first one.
Thank you. So, before we continue to our journey, I want to definitely thank CMAP and House of Living for the work that they've done, and also to thank our residents who have helped to participate, both our residents and commercial businesses, those who have had some type of input as far as this comprehensive plan is concerned. I was going to see television where I was going to do a presentation as far as that's concerned. But we're going to be doing more. So I will hold off on that one today. What is important here, in my opinion, is that, first of all, this is the beginning of the work that needed to be done almost 57 years ago. And like many of the things in the city of Harvey, this administration and this council, excuse me, and those on the previous council, have been working to handle those issues that should have been worked on decades ago. Whether it's a metro station at 147th Street that had not been repaired for 40 years, or 154th Street that had not been redone or reconstructed since the founding of the city, we find ourselves having to do a lot of that work. And that's handling things in the past. But we still need to learn how to address the things in the future. And right now, what I'm doing is I'm talking to that future person, those future alderpersons, that future mayor, those future residents and businesses that may be here when we are no longer here. Number one, please do the work and adopt a comprehensive plan. That's number one. It provides you the guidance that you need for your city. For all intents and purposes, because it has so much community input in it, it's apolitical. It's to document that whether I am the mayor, or someone else is the mayor, or someone else in the future is the mayor, they now have a blueprint of what you told them from your participation that you wanted to see out of your community and out of your leaders. It also holds your elected officials accountable, because the elected officials now have that guideline, those guardrails that say, look, you can only do so much, or you can only go so far. Because your community has basically said that this is what they want to see. So whomever those people are in the future, if by chance you end up seeing this video at some point in time, because it seems like the internet is never going away, if you by chance see this video, just know that one, you need to adopt a comprehensive plan again. That two, you need to make sure that the community is involved, and that you need to follow it, because it will really help you to move forward in your endeavors of trying to improve your municipality. So that being said, like I said, without my presentation, but like I said, we're going to divide this up into several pieces. As we continue to work with CMAP and Council of Dean, we're going to divide this up into several pieces, and we're going to start breaking it down so that we can make sure that our constituents, those who say, for instance, weren't able to participate, those who don't quite understand what a comprehensive plan is, breaking it down for them so that they can see what it is that we're doing as well. So that being said, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
There's a motion by the 6th, a second by the 5th. All in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, Hearing none, we will adjourn at 6:30.